So, right, if I subtract here, it's not going to help me because the whole point of elimination is that if I take things off the scale, it leaves me with just the boxes or just the bags so that I kind of have part of the answer, right? That's what we want it to do. But down here, if I try and subtract, because this is negative, minus a negative is actually going to add it back, which means I'm still going to have boxes and bags so that I don't know which one's which and I can't get the answer. Okay, but you guys just said that if I can take things off the scale, I can also put things on the scale, which would be adding,
you can also
right?
divide stuff and multiply stuff, right?
The problem with multiplying and dividing is that you have to remember a system of equations is a comparison between two things. And when I take this scale and I subtract it from the other scale, I'm using both scales together, right? Or if I take this scale and I put its contents onto the other scale, I'm using both scales together. If I divide, I'm only dividing one scale at a time, right? Like I could divide everything here in half, but I'm only doing that on one scale at a time. See how I'm not using them both together?
Well, you would divide the other side by the same thing.
Right, but I'm doing the scales independently of each other. I'm not using them at the same time. I'm doing them one at a time, which means I'm not actually comparing them.
Oh, so that's like two separate equations.
Right, so these two things have to go together. Okay, so you guys suggested, well, if I can't take things off, let's try putting things on. That would be addition, right? Let's try adding. X plus negative x makes... Oh. Nope, those are gone, right? Oh, hey, that helped because now I'm only going to have boxes, right? Okay, what's 4y plus y? 23 plus 2. Oh, hey, that helps. All I have to do is just divide by 5 and I've got it, right?
Yeah.
So if 5 boxes are 25, then that means 1 box is. That worked better, didn't it? But I'm not done. What else do I have to remember to do? Yeah, I still have to get the other part. So to get the other part, fill the first number, so that would be my y, back into one equation. Which equation looks like it's going to be easier, the top or the bottom? Yeah, the bottom's just a little less busy, right? So I could come back here and I could say, okay, so I'm going to take the bottom scale, and oh, by the way, I know that y, my boxes are 5.
Aren't you supposed to subtract the y from the 4y?
No, we added. Because we said in this problem, if you subtract, it doesn't work because of what happens with the x's. Because this x is negative, if you subtract, minus a negative is actually going to add it back. So it won't get rid of the x's, which means I can't get the answer if I don't have one of the things out of the way. Okay, so we're almost there. How would I solve this? I need to work backwards to get my x by itself. Minus 5. Okay, now what does that negative mean? There's a negative in front of this x. What do I have to remember is sitting there?
A 1.
Oh, yeah, so negatives are a clue that there's actually a 1 there. So I actually have to deal with that. How am I going to deal with that?
Divide x by both.
Yeah, because there's a negative 1 sitting there. I need to get it out of the way because that is something that's sitting in front of the x. So the x is not actually by itself because of that negative 1.
So you divide 1 by both sides?
Yep.
-1.
A negative divided by negative makes a... There's my other half. 3 and 5. So the big thing you have to realize with this is it's just this idea of take the same amount of weight and put it on, or take the same amount of weight and take it off. You can go either way. You can add or subtract.